What's going on, everyone? Today I want to talk about clipper lighters. I've brought this subject up in the past, but it was more than a year ago, I believe. I had a metal model, and I was talking about how these lighters are reusable, refillable, and reusable. You see I have 4 of them here randomly. I don't even know where I got most of these. I use this one the most, and it's now empty. So the purpose of this video is to show you how to refill it, which is like any other lighter. But I'm just bringing it up because some people might not know that these lighters are actually reusable and refillable, all right? So the clipper lighter, all right, this has been around a pretty long time now. There's tons of different variations. These are just, you know, plastic ones you can pick up at the local stores and stuff. It has a very simple design, very cylindrical, almost looks like a 410 shotgun shell or something, if you get the one with the metal here. But then we have this part that sticks out, and that's where our fuel button is. All right, so I'm quiet, you can hear the fuel coming out. But yeah, you can get these at gas stations, Walmart, I mean, you name it, they're all over the place. Anywhere you can find Bic lighters, you can usually find a clipper lighter. All right, now most people buy these, they use them. What's cool is when you tilt this, the fuel comes out a little bit further to make a bigger flame. You can actually hear the difference. All right, so if you're trying to get down in a candle or something, it extends that flame just a little bit when it's tilted. You know, if you're trying to smoke a pipe or a bowl or whatever you're smoking, anything that's on a downward angle, you could have a little bit more of a flame there. So yeah, these are awesome lighters, but what makes them even cooler is, unlike a Bic lighter that once it's empty, you throw it out, you can in fact reuse these, okay? Now the first thing is replacing the flint. All right, if I come in a little bit closer, you can see our spark wheel is kind of unique in that it's not totally round. It has like these points on it, almost like a star. That helps give you a little bit of grip when sparking this. All right, but if you grab this whole unit and pull on it, what do you know, the whole thing comes out. All right, and then on the bottom there's a screw. You're gonna unscrew that, and that's gonna give you the access to the flint, so you can replace the flint. Now make sure when you put these back in, you do put them back in properly. See how there's that little shelf, I guess you'd call it, in the front there? That points towards the lighter. Okay, so you wanna make sure it's rotating properly. So you push that back in, and then you're good to go. So if your flint runs out, eventually you can replace your flint. Now on the bottom, you can see there is a spot for your valve to refill these. These take regular butane fuel, all right? These 3 work fine. This one is currently empty, all right? So that's why I'm making the video. It's time to fill it. There's no more fuel. I use these all the time. These particular lighters, I light candles on my desk. Now, throughout the years, I've had candles kind of on and off. I've gone months without lighting candles or anything. But ever since Gus passed away, I've had a candle lit. It's just something subconscious, a little subliminal, almost like his presence is still there. It's just, I don't know, I guess one of the ways I cope with the whole thing. And so I always have a candle lit now, always. And so these lighters are going through a lot more fuel than they used to, so they're emptying out. So you take some butane fuel. All right, this is Ronson. It doesn't matter the brand. Give it a good shake. All right, so once you get a good shake on this thing, what you want to do is fill the fill nozzle on the bottom. This one happens to have a red one. Sometimes they're not. This one's black. All right, but the fill nozzle is right in the middle there. Now what I've noticed with these lighters is sometimes when you're upside down, which is how you're really supposed to fill it. Watch. There we go. I actually got a good seal on that. Sometimes it wants to spray all over the place, and if you're really having a problem, you can hold it right side up. It's still going to fill it, just not as fast. All right, so we turn this equally. You want to make the nozzles, make sure it's totally straight. If it's angled, again, you're going to hear that fuel kind of spit out the sides, which you don't want. All right, and there you go. We got a filled clipper lighter. Same thing when you turn it down. Get that higher flame. And it's really that simple. All right, it's kind of like filling any other lighter. Now when you first do these, I've refilled this one before, so it's not a huge deal, but it's almost like there's a little bit of a seal there. All right, so again, when you first initially try to puncture through, you might see like this gray one I've never filled. Let's see the difference here. All right, if I try to line that up. Oh, nope, I got it going. But sometimes you go to push it down, it does this, where it shoots all over the place. Okay, immediately stop. Don't let, you know, fuel keep getting shot all over the place. Not to mention it's pressurized and it's very cold. Okay, so you could get You know, your fingers could get extremely cold from that as well. It might damage your skin. But yeah, just make sure you have a good seal. You don't hear any fluid leaking out. Firmly push down. Just give it a few seconds. It fills right up. And then you are good to go with your reusable disposable lighter. That's what I'm going to call it, because a lot of people think these are disposable. They look like they're disposable. They're super cheap, like say maybe $1 or $2. And it just appears as if, okay, once you run out of fuel, it's empty. Throw it out, buy another one because they're that cheap. But if you're uber cheap, you could refill these, or if you have some kind of sentimental attachment to one of them or whatever. But these are reusable lighters, okay? So you can, you know, pop these out. This one's I've never taken out before, so it's a little stiffer. But there you go. All right. Swap out the flint when the flint runs out. And obviously, as you saw, you know how to change the fuel or add some fuel to it. So yeah, there you go. Those are the Clipper lighters. Definitely worth it, more so than a Bic, because you actually can refill it. All right, buying a cheaper small bottle of butane, you could fill these lighters. But this, I don't remember offhand what this was, probably around $4 maybe. Maybe even cheaper, but you can refill these probably 10 times with one of those bottles. So it's definitely more cost effective if you're penny pinching, or you love the idea of having one of these lighters for years on end. You could certainly do that. But I want to make the video to let you know, because I know there are tons of people out there who use these lighters and have no idea that they're reusable. And once they go empty, they're throwing them out. So there you go. There's the Clipper lighter. Definitely has an edge over the standard throwaway Bic lighters. Worth looking into. Plus they're comfortable, they're cool designs, and you have again the bonus of that flame actually increasing when it's upside down. All right, pretty cool. But overall they're just comfortable because they're cylindrical like this. They're just a little bit easier to use. Again, having that star-shaped wheel is even more comfortable than a Bic. All right, I don't believe any of these ever come with any kind of child safety. All right, so if you get a regular Bic, a lot of times you have to pry out the little bar for the child safety feature, or you know, it's just annoying to use. These are good to go right out of the box. So I would definitely say that Clippers are a better disposable lighter than the Bics, because they're not actually disposable, but they're more fun to use anyway. So if you've never gotten a Clipper lighter, check them out. They're only a couple bucks, you know, and again, they're everywhere. Walmart, grocery stores, smoke shops, pharmacies, you name it. They're for sale everywhere, at least here in the United States. So anyway, that is it for now. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And please let me know down in the comment section, did you know that these lighters are reusable? I make these videos to spread information, and I love to hear that people didn't know that, and now they do. That makes me happy. That's why I make these videos. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.